to the Thursday Heartfelt Conversations. Let me make sure that we are live on all channels. If you're seeing me on LinkedIn, YouTube, Facebook, or Twitter or X, type in the chat below where are you connecting from, because in my live studio I cannot see the channels. If you see me for first time, I'm Iskra Petrova. I'm the founder of Clarity and Confidence Academy, and every Thursday or most of the Thursdays I'm coming live to talk about all things that matter to our heart on topics related to connection, communication, and self-expression, authentic self-expression in alignment with who we are. And today's topic is creativity. And first, I want to ask you, do you consider yourself a creative person? And if you are expressing yourself creatively in any area of your life, you can share with me and with our audience below. How do you do that? Do you like to paint? Are you a singer? Do you like to dance, or are there less visible ways of creative expression for yourself? But today's conversation, heartfelt conversation, is dedicated to our self-expression as impact makers, as change makers, as people who are creating communities, who are creating online businesses, as people who support the transformation and growth in other people. And why creativity is important. Stay with me, and I hope that you will receive some new insights, sometimes maybe breakthroughs, and feel free to share below with me whatever a new idea or inspiration comes for you, or if you want to continue this conversation, we can do it privately. Feel free to message me. I see people joining. Feel free to introduce yourself, or at least to share with us where are you connecting from, and from which, on which channel. Let me fetch the chat here. So, are we ready to start? The way I intend to do today's heartfelt conversation on the topic of creativity is I will ask you, and I will ask myself several questions that yesterday I received in my free private community on Facebook, the Clarity and Confidence Academy for Change Makers. If you are not part of it, I invite you to request to be added to it if you feel that you are a change maker. Every Wednesday, I'm hosting the midweek roundtable, which is a live dialogue with the people who attend it, who are there in the studio with me, and we are asking each other questions. And yesterday it was a bit different, because usually I'm asking the questions my guests in the studio, but yesterday I was being asked questions, and today I want to share these questions with you and check what would be your answers to them, as well as I'm going to share my answers to the same questions, but today they will be certainly different than the way I responded yesterday. So the first question that I received yesterday in the midweek roundtable was, because I'm a community builder, and actually today I'm celebrating 3 years from creating my last active community, I was asked, what is an authentic, genuine expression of creativity when it comes to creating communities? And I would expand it even more when it comes to creating businesses, because when we create businesses, we come to interact, to connect from the heart with partners, with business partners, with audiences, with clients, with co-workers, with joint venture partners, with suppliers. So the aspect of communication, of connection is really essential. But how can we apply the aspect or the topic of creativity when it comes to creating and nurturing businesses? So, how do you feel? Do you feel ready to give me your answers to this question? And I can rephrase it a bit in this way. How are you authentically expressing creatively yourself when it comes to creating, maintaining, or building a community, or creating, maintaining, and growing a business? It all of a sudden become a very deep question, right? It's not about the simple artistic expression. It's not the usual way we look at creativity. It's about being a creator of our lives, a creator of our business, a creator of our communication, a creator of our relationships, right? Let me know if you agree with me. Type one, or if you disagree, I would love to hear your point of view, your different take. And as I said in the beginning, feel free to continue to take this communication privately if you feel more safe. So bringing the word safe, this is exactly what I'm doing when I'm creating my communities, when I'm creating experiences for my clients, when I'm creating the interactions with everyone who is close to me, either in my clients community or in my business. Creating spaces, places of safety, places and spaces, online or physical, for people to be seen, to feel heard, to be allowed to express themselves the way they are. And sometimes it takes time to get in touch with who we are. It takes time to start this process of self discovery, of self actualization, of self understanding. And of course, there are lots of moments when we need to overcome some blocks, some limiting beliefs, until we come to the core and we feel comfortable, we feel self connected, we feel in the right place. So, creating these places and these spaces is actually an act of creativity for me. I love to create communities. I love to create processes. I love to create experiences. And this is one of my ways to creatively express myself. It also goes, the aspect of creativity goes hand in hand with one of my core values, which is of co-creation. I'm always inviting people, the way I'm inviting you now, to co-create with me, to ask questions, to answer questions, to share your point of view, to offer a new topic. And this is what I'm doing both for my clients and with my clients in my private, paid or free communities, in the new businesses that I started developing. So, do you relate to the aspects of creation and co-creation? Do you see how the possibility to have the freedom of creative expression or self-expression is important for you in your business or in your job, in your profession? Or do you feel that there is something more that you can bring into the world, that there is an aspect, creative aspect, that is not yet opened, it has not yet blossomed, and you can create, you can search first for a space for it, for the for these dormant powers or talents or skills to be let out? Let me know privately or in a comment below, and I would love to continue this conversation. So the second question that I was asked yesterday, and I would like to ask you as well, is how do you bring artistic elements or artistic self-expression in the work that you do? In my work as a coach and mentor, I love to create surprises. I love to bring moments of joy, and especially during the live in-person experiences like retreats or deep transformational VIP experiences. I love to bring elements of art therapy or dancing and singing, and I love to I love to guide my clients through the process of discovering that they could do things that they believed were not possible to them. So, do you remember that I asked you in the beginning, are you a creative person? How do you think of yourself? Do you trust that you have these creative elements in yourself? So check again and see how firm you are about that. Maybe you already said that no, I'm not a creative person at all. I cannot paint, I cannot draw, I cannot dance, or I cannot sing. Well, I know that even if you firmly believe that, it is possible to prove exactly the opposite, because everything is relative, and the most creative self-expression is when you feel free, when you feel unlimited, when you feel not judged, when you feel accepted. And most often, this acceptance, or releasing, or removing the feeling of judgment, starts from within, starts from self accepting, self self love, self trust, removing or silencing or transforming the voices of the inner critics. And I have a whole process that I've been talking a lot about, working with the inner critics, not just one but more. So if you want to know different ways for people who have less time, or for people who want to immerse themselves and do it together with a group. It's not an easy thing to face or to hear, in our case, to allow to be very clear in what our inner critics are telling us. So coming back to the creativity, yes, I'm repeating again the question to you, and take the moment to check, are you bringing enough creativity in the work that you do? Artistic creativity, or a creativity in terms of receiving the inspiration, or letting yourself be free in being inspired to create processes, new products, new relationship, exploring your markets, whatever creativity or artistic expression means in your particular work. The next question, the third question that my clients asked me yesterday during the midweek roundtable that was live streamed in my free community. If you are interested, the link will be shared below. Was, what is the definition of creativity? And there's so many possible ways of speaking about creativity. As I said earlier, the most popular ones are usually related to visual creativity, to visual expression, to painting, to dancing, to singing, to all possible performing arts, the things that we can attend, we can enjoy, or we can participate, we can co-create with others. But the factors that are really important, and I like to bring them when we talk about this concept, are, I already mentioned, that is the self-acceptance. We feel creative, or we feel in our power when we follow our passion, when we are in a flow, when we accept ourselves, when we feel free to be expressing ourselves, when there is joy, when there is pleasure, when whatever comes out of our voice or under our hands brings us the sense of fulfillment, of bringing into life something that was not existing before. So if you have your own definition of creativity, please feel free to share it with me and with our audience. Flow, connection, acceptance, expression, freedom, spaciousness, motivation, inspiration, all these words, I bring them together in the definition of creativity. The fourth question that my clients asked me yesterday, and I want to ask you too, is to do a bit of storytelling, and to find your own way of continuing the little story that I'm going to start right now. Are you ready? Do you like stories? I invite you now to become creative and become a writer of a story that will inspire you. So this question I am also asking in the co-creation circles. These are some experiences that I'm offering every 2 weeks in my private Blooming Confidence Club. If you're interested, let me know. I always ask 6 transformational questions, and usually one of them is this storytelling. Become a writer. Put the writer's hat and create a story that inspires you and inspires others. So let's come to the point. Once upon a time, there was this magical forest, and everything was possible in this forest. And the main hero, and you can put yourself in the shoes or the boots of this main hero, and you are the one to decide what was the setting. Was it Middle Ages? Was it a totally fantasy world? The main hero took the wavy path among the trees and came to a beautiful opening under the trees with beautiful sunlight. The rays were coming through the magical mist, and the hero found this amazing, majestic tree. Under the tree, there were set 3 creative kids, and the hero felt the impulse to pick up one of the art kids, the creative kids, and express how would their life look like if they would allow themselves to be creative, to be spontaneous, to be confident, to have clarity about their purpose, to express it in a way that it would inspire others. And let me ask you now, how would you continue the story? How would you act if you would be the hero? What would be the 3 artistic kits that you would see under the tree, and which one would you feel attracted to take into your hands and creatively express the continuation of your life journey? Do you find this task difficult? I'm sure that if you connect with your heart and if you connect with your belly and if you take a gentle breath so that you feel grounded and knowing that you're safe, it's only you who's going to hear this story. It's only you who's going to allow the imagination, and everything is possible in the imagination. I'm sure that you can produce something that would surprise you. You could pick a toolkit which is about painting. There could be beautiful brushes and canvas and a tripod, or it could be a kit with clay, and you can choose to sculpt to produce some figures that would represent the continuation of your life journey or business journey, or it could be a musical instrument that you will feel attracted to and start producing beautiful sounds that are inspiring or affirming or bringing a sense of peace and calm to you. Or it could be any other different toolkit that you know that will resonate with you and will inspire you to create something. Feel free to put on the hat and the boots of this character, this hero of this story that we started creating together, and feel free to write the continuation of this story. My personal experience yesterday, because I was asked, the space was held for me by my clients. I connected with my heart and with my belly. And what I saw was that being this hero, the superhero of this beautiful story, in this magical forest under the majestic tree, I picked the painting toolkit and I started painting the reality the way I saw it. But what I created on the canvas was another canvas and another toolkit. And it was a canvas, a painting inside the painting, and there was another painting on it. It was like many doors opening, and I was moving through these doors to the infinity. And in every new painting, in every new scene, in every new image that was created there were some slight differences. And I felt so empowered with the possibility to be creative and to be inventing the situations, to be making changes, and to feel that I have this freedom, I have these tools, I have this space, and everything is possible. So do you feel that you need this possibility? Do you need this support? Do you need this environment? It is possible when you surround yourself with like-minded people, when you surround yourself with someone to guide you, when you immerse yourself into a space of safety, of acceptance, of love and support and compassion, so that you can get in touch with yourself, you get in touch with your potential, you get in touch with your creative powers, and you find the ways to motivate yourself to start creating. Let me see. There is one more question, but I really want to leave you with this magical possibility of becoming a creator of your life. First, you can do it in your journal. You can do it just for yourself, but connecting with the idea that you have power to create something that is not yet brought to existence. You can create events, you can define situations where you feel empowered, confident, established, admired, successful. Connecting with these emotions, connecting with the feelings, connecting with the imagery that you can create starts rewiring your brain and starts creating neural pathways that will make it more believable and more possible for it to happen in reality. Let me know how do you liked today's heartfelt conversations on the topic of creativity. And if you want to continue this conversation, or if you're interested about the Blooming Confidence Club or about my private community, you're most welcome to get in touch with me. For now, I'm sending you lots of love from my heart to yours, and I wish you inspiration, motivation into connecting with your creative power so that you become an inspired creator of your life, a life of impact, a life of joy, a life of thriving, a life of expansion. Much love again, and I will see you next Thursday in the next Heartfelt Conversations.